is Disturbing the Peace, the season finale, the skelestravaganza. I am Ribbone Motel, and with me is Bone Prion.
Woo!
Get scared. This episode, we're talking about all things skeleton. That's right, we're breaking the format. We're talking about more than one piece, even though we've done that already a couple of times. This episode, we're talking about every Lego skeleton. It's going to be thorough. It's not going to be that thorough. We're going to be talking about as many skeletons as we can think of. And just everything, all things skull and bone and bones. Skeleton generally.
Scary.
Why are we talking about the skeleton?
Why the fuck are we talking about the skeleton? Nobody gives a fuck about the skeleton, least of all us.
That's not even true. We love the skeleton.
I love the skeleton.
I would argue that the Lego skeleton is probably the most, it's among the most recognizable icons of Lego as a medium, I guess. Aside from like bricks, obviously, everyone knows what a Lego brick looks like. Most people know a minifigure when they see it. Like, you think minifigure, you think yellow grinning head, probably a red shirt and blue pants. That's like the top minifigure that comes to mind. Below that, maybe like any of the classic spacemen, especially white or red. And then about on the level as classic Darth Vader or a classic Stormtrooper, you've got the skeleton. People love the skeleton, man.
I love the fucking skeleton. I'm also going to disagree with you. I didn't think about this until right now, but I would put Lego Yoda up there just because of the fucking meme from a couple of years ago with the scream. And if we're just like abstracting the head print itself, the classic skull print, that might be the second most iconic Lego head of all time, besides just the standard grin.
I think it has to be, right?
Well, nothing else really comes to mind when I'm thinking about it. I mean, what else is up there? Oh, the fucking insectoids, old dark gray heads with the weird shit on them. No, nobody knows what the fuck that is.
No, I think you're right. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's as popular as it gets when it comes to Lego. It's integral to a lot of different themes, to the brand's like modality of prints. It looks cool. It's silly. It's
just
funny.
So well designed.
It has a nose on it. They don't have noses on minifigures generally, aside from those fucked up ones from the Western sets.
And I'm sure there's 1 million Reddit posts from 15 years ago that are all like, hey, do you know the Lego skull head has a nose on it, even though minifigures don't have noses?
If you have ever used Reddit now, I think that it's important we don't understress how important the Lego skull is, because we don't want to really do minifigure parts all that much on the show, because this could rapidly just turn into like, did you know that Darth Vader, the damaged Darth Vader neck bracket is the Aqua Zone visor? Like, that could just be the show entirely. And that would probably it would probably be more popular, to be perfectly fair, but it would be fucking boring and uninteresting. This is a minifigure part, but it's also a lot of other things. It's a very important piece of the development of the minifigure. And my argument throughout this, my thesis, is that the skeleton and the different skull prints are indicative of the direction that Lego, the company, is going at almost every step in the development since it was made originally.
So yeah, before we launch into the history of the skeleton, which is going to be incredibly thorough, I'm going to extrapolate a bit on Jonathan Ray Lee here, his book, Deconstructing Lego. I'm kind of paraphrasing stuff here, but the Lego minifigure as a piece of plastic is not alive or dead. When it's on display, it's kind of in a state akin to death, but it's not dead because it was never alive. And it is brought to life through play or through display in a fun way, you know. And the skeleton, even though it's a representation of a minifigure's rotted corpse, it's equally ready to be brought to life in that same way. Like, even if a skeleton is included in a set as a dead body, a kid is going to see that and go, oh, it's ready to be up and walking around. And I think it's just such an interesting aspect of the medium.
And I think that in the first introduction of the skeleton, which we'll get into, it really shows that like it's supposed to be portrayed as something silly and not necessarily as like a fucking living human corpse, which, right, it's a children's toy, of course. But I think that they take steps to portray it as something more innocent and jolly and fun.
And I think that's just great. There is almost nothing funnier to me than a skeleton that's up and moving around. I'm thinking Army of Darkness. I'm thinking House on Haunted Hill. The Hong Kong film Boxer's Omen has a great scene with a bunch of skeletons flying around. Of course, the iconic YouTube video, Toy Skeleton Haunted and Possessed, This is Demonic Crazy.
Of
Another
course,
great example.
a genius video. Here's 20 seconds of that video right now.
Motherfucker!
All right, welcome
If you haven't
back.
seen it, pause the video and go watch it right now.
If you haven't seen it, go watch the last half of it, considering the first is just two dumb hicks fucking standing around going, "What's wrong? What's going on? It was just doing it a second ago."
What do you want? What do you want?
What do you want? That's just what it said.
That is just what it fucking said.
I love that video, man.
Of course, you, the listener, might recognize the skeleton as a concept from the portrayal of Paul Lynde in the 1993 movie Freaked, where it appears
Yes, that was the one I was forgetting.
Where it appears in Celebrity fucking Tic-Tac-Toe or whatever, is a dated reference at the time, and now it's even more dated. Nobody's seen that fucking movie. And if you haven't seen Freaked, here's the entire movie. So yeah, the skeleton, it's important. And Lego made one. But before Lego made one, are you ready to start fucking going crazy? What else do you got?
I'm ready to go.
We're going to break this into eras to make it more easy for you to figure out what's going on. And we're going to start in the prehistory, the pre-skeleton primordial pool, which is going to be from, I guess, fucking 5 billion BC to 1994. But really kicks off in 1988 with the development of the Seatron alien. I don't want to talk too much about this. If you're listening to this video, you know what the fuck this is and why it didn't work out. And I'm sure you're like, oh, I wish I could buy that one prototype in trans neon green for $20,000 if I had that kind of money. We fucking get it, right? The Seatron alien is the first divergence from the Lego minifigure in a modified torso, modified leg, modified head form that is really important. And of course, it got shitted down and kicked to the curb because it was too out there and it was too crazy. And people have been seething ever since. But it shows that Lego is willing, even, what is that, like 11 years after the first minifigure was, yeah, 11 years. It shows they were willing to start experimenting with the form of the minifigure and present something that's a little different. This is important because the skeleton really is the first divergence from the minifigure format, even though it is compatible with minifigure parts, that being the head. So they lay the groundwork with the Seatron alien, with Seatron, rest in peace, light the candles, whatever the fuck. And the next important thing, the next step in the evolution of the skeleton is the ghost. 1990, Lego releases the first Ghost. There's a lot to say with the Ghost. It's going to get its own episode at some point, but it is the first portrayal of a minifigure corpse, or like the allusion to death in a set.
Wasn't there someone trying to argue that the, what is it, like Knight's Procession or something, where it's got a red, yellow, blue, and black 1x1 brick in like a little cart? Weren't they trying to argue that that was like the destroyed corpse of a minifigure that they were bringing back to the village or whatever?
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Obviously, what else could it be? It couldn't just be a bunch of shit, right? It has to be the fucking remains of the body.
It's like a creepypasta.
Hyper realistic blood pouring down the fucking Lego skull's eyes. In 1989, a year before the Ghost drops, they do drop the first portrayal of a skeleton in the pirate sets, Pirates 1 at the time, printed on a bicorn and several flags. There's going to be the Jolly Roger. That is, I think, an abstraction past just the concept of a human corpse, period, because it's a symbol.
But notably, it's not a symbol based on the Lego head, right?
Yeah, not at all. And this is probably when we should mention that they can't fucking decide how to portray a skull in Lego form.
They can't decide.
If you look through the results of sales, you're going to find a million different versions of the skeleton. Sometimes the skull is a little more angular. Sometimes the bones they look different. This is where it begins. And Pirates and, when it comes to Ghosts, that's in Castle. These are both themes that I think are capable of portraying a human core. Sorry. They're both capable of portraying, that's how fucking ridiculous this sounds, of portraying a human corpse in a way that's not like scary, I guess.
Yeah, they're genre themes. There's an understanding that in engaging with them, there's going to be a certain amount of peril and supernatural elements and heavier stuff. But because it's contained within this genre, it's safer to engage with. It's not like a town set, like with a hospital with a morgue. Yeah,
so that's a great comparison, which is like if you look at the big themes around this time, which are going to be like Technic, Boo, Sorry, it was everybody, Technic and Castle and Town and Space. If you drop this like into town, there's no real good way to put like a ghost in town unless it's like, I guess, haunted house. But even that at the time is they're just making like gas stations and airports. There's nothing that's really that.
Lego Town is so hostile to the average human. This is also kind of coming from deconstructing Lego, but like it's just a world of gas stations and airports. You're not supposed to get anywhere. You're always supposed to be going somewhere. It's bleak, man. It's complete capitalist alienation.
See, and Lego would break the mold with this by introducing a Ninjago, because now you can fuel up your car and go drive to become a cool fucking ninja that spins around really fast.
Hell yes.
Yes. Up top, brother. Anyways, yeah. 1990, the ghost is introduced. We get a ghost. Here's a picture of Black Monarch's ghost. Here's a bunch of fan art people have drawn of Black Monarch's ghost. People love fucking doing this. Me too. I love doing it.
For good reason.
It's also important to acknowledge that the portrayal of the ghost in a lot of these early sets is like, oh, it's the fucking ghost. They're like scared that the ghost is there. The minifigures are like freaking the fuck out that there's a ghost present. So, they acknowledge that there's something scary about it, but it's all in good fun. It's still a toy at the end of the day. It's not like it's like a bleeding fucking minifigure's decapitated corpse or a bunch of
hyper realistic eyes, all that.
What's the scariest minifigure head?
There's the Atlantis one with all the sharp teeth. It's a pretty classic. It's
That
not
one
all
is
that
kinda-
scary though. It's just,
Have you ever been on like the Nightmare Fuel page of like a TV tropes like piece of media?
people are scared by everything.
I think they're just like grasping for shit. But it'll be like Fairly Odd Parents, and it'll be like he wishes for a big ghost goblin monster. Then it shows up. Ooh, and it's like, this is fuel for a nightmare. This is what nightmares run off of. This is a fucking cartoon program.
That reminds me, the other day I saw a tweet that was about how the phrasing on this page of the Teletubbies fan wiki is really strange. And I was like, I got to see this in context because that sounds fucking hilarious. The whole thing is written in the same tone as a Lost Media wiki or whatever. It's just descriptions of the Teletubbies watch this weird video, and it's written in this incredibly grim phrasing. It's so weird. It just reads like people were terrified of this show as a kid and never grew past that. It's awesome. I love shit like that.
I used to be super into the Lost Media wiki, but like it is kind of weird that some of it's like, here's audio you can't listen to of a guy getting ripped apart by a bear, and then it's like, yeah, we don't have the Portuguese dub of fucking it's just some bullshit television program.
Like a forgotten Canadian cartoon from 2006. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This will be Lost Media someday when we scrub this from the internet when we begin our political careers. So record it now while you can. Subscribe to the Patreon.
Barb Preon 2056.
Yep, that's it. 1995. The dawn of the skeleton. The skeleton is invented. Let's talk about the first skeleton.
Let's talk about it. So the first skeleton, 1995. This is minifigure number Gen 001, the skeleton. He's got his beautiful, grinning skeletal face. He's got his wiggly arms. He's ready to go. It's hard to describe the skeleton to someone that's never seen it before. Like, it looks like it could fit inside of a minifigure. He's got, a standard minifigure size head. The torso is exposed ribs and a exposed spine that has little ridges in it, which is a great bit of texture there. It's got hips fused to the torso, unlike a minifigure. The hips themselves are bar connections for his two legs, which are separate little clip things that terminate in a foot with toes and an anti-stud on the bottom. The arms are connected to the torso via these little toe ball things that are not the same size as anything else in the system, and they wiggle. They're little clip arms, and they wiggle like there's no friction there. You can pick up a skeleton and wiggle him around, and those arms are going to flail, which gives him a feeling of being just a limp, dead body, but also is so fun and silly.
I do think it's an interesting choice to use the floppy arms, the first skeleton, because I think it shows that they're not. The skeleton will later get bar connections for arms. and then you can have him holding a giant fucking hammer and smashing somebody's head in, right? With the floppy arms, he's kind of just like a guy that's just sort of chilling out. Like he's always going to be limp and relaxed, I guess.
Very relaxed figure. The bar connections for the legs also give him a kind of limpness and posability that I don't know that the standard minifigure, the living minifigure, actually has.
There's a lack of malice to the original Lego skeleton that we're going to see that develop over time and into sort of
There is
different.
a hate bubbling within that skeleton. There's a resentment. Years of being abused.
Yeah, well, the skeleton isn't aware of how bad it's going to get for it in the next coming years. We'll get into the fucking dark age later, but I think it was a good idea to give it this, and I think this is prior to, yeah, this is way before the droid arms also that would become more important later. I do think it's interesting that they use the toe ball, like specifically, it's such a weird fucking connection because it doesn't fit with anything else, which I'm not a huge fan of.
Anything else. Yeah. And it is fragile, right? Like I think I recall at least seeing a broken skeleton as a kid.
I've never seen one break, but it doesn't feel great at the very least.
It doesn't feel great.
Here's a little fun fact about me. Here's my personal experience with the OG skeleton. I only had the fantasy ones when I was a kid. I never had the floppy arm ones. And when I first got my hands on a floppy arm one when I was like 23 or something, I realized that there was no friction in them. And I got so fucking mad because I thought it was like, I thought it would stick. What's the word? There'd be some sort of clutch power where you could pose him. But I was like furious. I was like, this is such a stupid fucking idea.
It does give him a greater range of motion, but at the expense of, I mean, you can pose it with like a spear or a pole arm or whatever, like, but he's not going to be supported.
Well, I would like to support him.
We need to support the skeletons.
We would like to support the skeleton. 1995, the skeleton is born. They birth the skeleton.
Wrap your head around that.
Yeah, I mean, that's never saddest fucking shortest horror story of all time. What is it? I gave birth to a skeleton. What's okay on for sale baby shoes never, that's 6 words. I gave birth to a skeleton. That's also 6 words. They're equally sad.
We beat the challenge.
We did, yeah. Fuck you. 2 sentence horror stories? How about 6-word horror stories? Disturbing the peace, canceled. There we go. 4 letters, 4 words. Cut this part out. This one fucking blows. Anyways, 1995, the skeleton is born. First skeleton. It's a skeleton. Most of its appearances are kind of similar to the Ghost's first appearances in that it's a skeleton with a play feature in a set that shows off that there's a fucking skeleton hiding in it.
Yes, the skeleton is almost always the star of the show early on. And even later on, it's great. They're often used with like a jump scare feature. I love it.
People talk a lot about Black Monarch's ghost because of the like allure of it, but I would argue that set 6036-1 Skeleton Surprise is actually,
that is a winning name.
it's way better. You get a skeleton, it's surprising.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
much
much
not that
all.
surprising if you look at the box and see the name of the set, but the surprise is more for the knight. So I
Yeah,
guess
it'd
he's
be
guarding
better.
a tower that has a skeleton in it, so he's got to know, right?
Maybe it should just be called Surprise ? And they don't put the skeleton on the box. And then as a kid, well, I guess you'd still build the fucking thing. So you'd still need it anyway.
It should just be called My Dinner with Skeleton. It's a much better set.
It's called my scary ass thing that I hooked up to this curtain rod in my fucking keep.
It's funny that the first skeleton appearance, he's clipped to a bar with a Technic pin on the end. I think that's a Technic ski pole is the name for it. He's held up by a jousting thing, whatever that's called. The idea is you pull the lance out of another Technic hole. The skeleton is going to flop down and surprise whoever walks by.
And I'm just thinking of that happening right now. I'm just shivering in my fucking boots right now. I just can't imagine that happening.
I was just too scared to turn around.
Dude, would you like a little Prion fact?
Yeah, go ahead.
I own this set. I didn't even fucking realize it until right now. I bought this set before. I never put it together until I saw the stupid fucking swinging skeleton mechanism. Even though I like have a photo of it in my notes, I didn't realize that I own this fucking thing. And I promise you that from what I can recall, I believe that I was simply just too scared to recall the play feature of this set. But yeah, 95 first skeletons. They're scary as shit. Immediately in 96, and it drops in pirates and castle sets initially.
6254 Rocky Reef. The skeleton is sealed into a lerp boulder, where they put two lerps side by side to create a little triangular rock thing. That's fun. There's a skeleton popped out.
A skeleton popped in.
He did. 1996.
In 96, they kind of drop all the stupid ass skeleton bullshit largely. I mean, we still get Volcano Island, which includes a fucking skull and then a skeleton that I guess explodes. But it's more just like set dressing. The important thing about 96 is that it's the first introduction of time cruisers.
Yes.
Which the time cruisers skeleton, I think, is like an immediate shift to more specifically illustrate what they're going for with the skeleton. Whereas before, we're showing off the skeleton and it's like, oh, fuck, I'm scared it's a skeleton. The time cruiser skeleton wears a funny hat and just stands on top of spaceships. There's no like peril applied to it in those sets.
Do you know about the other time cruiser skeleton?
What's that?
This is Game 001. He doesn't have a name. The wizard hat one is Boney. This one appears in like a time cruisers board game, which, wow. But I like this guy. He's wearing a top hat and a leather jacket. He kind of looks like a pervert magician.
I know quite a few of those. Yeah, I think this, I have this a picture, but I just didn't know. I think this is an important thing to also recognize. This is the first time the skull is used not on the skeleton body. Mm-hmm. So Lego immediately is like, okay, fuck it. You can just put it on a minifigure, and now we can just have a fashionable yet probably what's a good word that's not a guy who sexually harasses women. Anyways, we got a fun new skeleton. I like him. What is the game exactly?
What is the game? What happens in this game?
People will like slime you out over not liking Heroica. They're like, you don't fucking like it? And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just the little guys. But nobody has that same level of energy for fucking...
Take a look at the minifigure roster or Lego Time Cruisers board game. I guess these guys are the game pieces.
And, oh, they all have names too.
Red Cruiser, Blue Cruiser, Brown Cruiser, and Green Cruiser.
Fuck. I didn't even see that. Sorry, I thought their names were Jacket Brown and... That's what I was coming from.
Oh, these guys are the cruisers. I'm not up to date on hanky code, but I'm sure their jumpsuits might mean something.
What's hanky code for I would like to fuck a skeleton? That's the real question.
And Jolly Roger.
Shit.
They're a polycule with the skeleton.
Yeah. The cruisers. Yeah, so we get a lot of different skeletons in 1997, which is the end of the era of the dawn of the skeleton. This is when it ends, because in 1997, we're seeing the portrayal of the skeleton not necessarily in such a perilous light. Now it's just kind of some shit that's there. It's used in the iconic Outback set Amazon Crossing.
Yeah.
Which, sorry, this is just the skull. I should have mentioned that. And also, there's no fucking Amazon in the fucking Outback anyways. But I mean, these dipshit Europeans, you can't.
Where the hell is this place? Where is this supposed to be?
Dude, fucking hell, it seems like, because there's fucking a dead guy. So now it's just like, now it's in a town set. We've come full circle. Now it's just like, it's in a diver's set, just as like a dead fucking body.
The introduction of the skeleton with the hat is a big turning point for the skeleton generally, because it's like they realized they can do so much implication just by putting a hat on a skeleton. We're going to see a lot of this. Drowned Aqua Raiders 2 divers in Atlantis sets and even in city sets. I think there's a lot of corpses being uncovered in previously more grounded and tame themes.
It's like a fun little bit of storytelling, as opposed to the story being, oh, fuck, there's a scary skeleton. Now it's sort of more up to the imagination as to what happens. I'm not sure how much joy a child gets out of building a skeleton swinging mechanism that just rotates the fucking skeleton. But I, as a 93-year-old man, do like the idea of a skeleton with a fun hat. It makes me think, how did he get the hat? Where's the hat from? What's he doing next?
It gives you like a script for what his character is when he inevitably comes back to life.
This is also the introduction of Fright Nights as a theme, which sort of ushers us into the next era, which I like to call the action themes era. This is when the classic skeleton really has its time in the sunlight, further bleaching its skeletal remains. In 98, we get quite a few Fright Night sets. Probably the most iconic one, if I had to guess, is 5383 Castle Accessories, well known to all for being a bunch of shit in a bag. And also there's a skeleton there.
And also there's a skeleton there. We always love these accessory sets. This is perfect fodder for this show.
Probably $1 billion now, if I had to guess. The skeleton sees a ton of use in the Egypt branch of the Adventurers line.
Yes, there are a couple sets where you get a ton of them. One of the big ones, you get like 5 skeletons, and that's awesome.
5 fucking skeletons.
And they're often wearing like Egyptian pharaoh headdresses or other stuff.
Yeah, so, we here at Disturbing the Peace are committed to being woke, and we love reminding you that Lego is racist. And here's another great example of that, the Adventurers line. It's an homage to Indiana Jones, but that far segmented, it's kind of just like we're robbing graves and we're like shitty British people, which is a pretty even-handed representation of British people in general. A very good example of like how unserious it is with like the grave robbing is 2995 set Adventurers Car and Skeleton, in which it's just fucking bouncing around the back of like a buggy.
Yo, Dr. Kilroy, watch out. Swerving the car because you saw a scorpion.
He has an entire fucking mummy in his back seat, and he's like drifting this bitch on sand dunes. Can you be fucking serious for 1 second, you piece of shit old man?
But yeah, you get a skeleton and a gun in that set. The skeleton is going to be holding the gun by the end of the time that it takes you to build that set.
Yeah, right now he's just holding the jewels he was buried with, which, you know, that's a normal thing. Not just a burial practice of an ancient civilization. It's a scary skeleton with a funny hat. The skeleton shows up also in the Roboland amusement park set, which I think is like an educational tool for schools. I believe it's like Mindstorms. You make a roller coaster. I do not know why they included a fucking skeleton in this. I don't know what the skeleton adds. I don't know what he subtracts. I don't know.
Now, imagine the kinds of things you could create just combining all of these supplemental bullshit packs. Of course, the one where you get a ton of lattice grates and trans dark pink arches and stuff. This one where you get a skeleton. You're cooking with gas.
Just imagine. In 1999, it gets a ton of usage in the jungle sub-theme adventures. It also gets, more importantly than that, it gets used in a Belleville set for the very first time. Witch's Cottage, 1999. We get a skeleton despite it being in Belleville, and they're all just these giant weird freak people. The minifigure-sized skull is still there. Not great implications, I don't think.
This is a Tumblr witch, for sure.
If you look like this, DM me immediately, please. We get the return of a skeleton with funny hat. Now it's wearing a crystal on top of its head. I've always really liked that usage of that orb piece on top of the skull.
Yeah, I like how it distorts the face. I think it's just cute, you know?
I mean, I actually find it quite scary, but I suppose that's a point of view. In 2000, we get a little bit of shit in Knights Kingdom 1, but that's less important than what happens in 2001, which is the first Alpha Team skeleton use in the very first Alpha Team series of sets. We get our fun little S&M bondage skeleton.
I love this guy. That's the Ogle henchman captain, right?
Ogle minion commander.
Yes. Synonyms.
I think he's precious myself. I think he's quite cute in his little fucking two-tone uniform and his fuck-ass hat.
He's so cute. He's just happy to be doing evil.
Would you have your henchmen dressed up like this, or what are your ideas?
Of course. They've got to be wearing color-coded jumpsuits of some kind, preferably with some kind of gimmicky face mask of some kind, you know? Are Ogle's minions dead guys? Are they skeletons, or are they alive guys wearing skeleton masks?
If we look solely at the proportions of the minifigure, maybe they're just dipped headfirst into acid and the rest of the bodies are intact.
Use snow crane to mine ice orbs.
The fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that even mean?
In the big Ogle base set from the ice sub theme. They've got these like claws coming off the side of the base that I guess are snow cranes that you're meant to use to mine ice orbs, which are the dome piece with the head inside with the crazy print on it. I could totally see them using the snow crane to instead dip a henchman into a vat of acid to burn all of his face skin off.
That makes complete sense. Maybe the first one was an accident and the rest of the guys were like, fuck, well, we gotta, we all gotta wear the uniform. So I guess we'll all just fucking boil our faces off with acid then. We get 2 more fun little supplemental things before the next era begins, before the reign of the classic Grin skeleton starts to be challenged. And that is, of course, one of these piece of shit studios polybags, which is literally just a fucking skeleton called Skeleton Polybag. And the 2002 supplemental for the Robo Force, whatever the fuck it was called, amusement fucking roller coaster tycoon set, where we get the Blowjob brothers themselves, the skeleton and ghost, 10 of each, which is huge.
Now, I think the implication here, you get 10 of each. I think the skeletons are supposed to wear the ghost shrouds.
No. They can't be serious. Skeleton and ghost?
It's the worst of both worlds. I'm terrified at the implications. What if a skeleton was a ghost? I'm getting chills.
Quite literally, I'm fucking shaking in my boots right now. I could not tell you how scared I currently am.
Horrifying.
So yeah, I mean, up until this point, 95, 2002, we had 7 years of fun, classic skeleton fun. He's got floppy arms. He dances around. You can make him wear stupid hats. What fucking ever. Who cares? The next era is here. Evil Skeleton. 2002 is released.
3626 PX 115 minifigure head skull evil with eyebrows black print pattern evil skull.
I think this one's quite scary myself.
I love this print so much. It's like the new millennium. Shit's bad now. End of history. Not happening. It's skeletons. The skeleton is evil now. Something snapped within him.
There's an implication that you can be evil down to your very core, that your bones can be
very
evil.
bones. Don't dig into the implications of people having bones that are worse than other bones that make them bad people. Evil skeletons are awesome.
We're going to get into some other prints later, but these are the big 2, and we're going to follow their rivalry throughout 2002 and 2009, an era that I like to call the golden age of the skeleton.
The golden age.
Which one do you prefer?
I didn't know you were going to be dropping this question on me. This is live on air. How can you pick?
How do you respond to the allegations? How do you respond to the allegations that you picked the wrong skeleton?
I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to say the original skeleton still reigns supreme for me. But, man, you just got to love the second skeleton, the second skull, evil skull.
I vowed to pick whatever the opposite of what you chose, so I'm going to pick Evil Skeleton. We're going to look at a lot between 02 and 09. This skeleton's this is a huge series of years for the skeletons. I think the amount of fun shit with the Evil Skeleton kind of rivals the bulk of everything else we get with the normal skull, to be completely honest with you.
Considering it now, and I'm not just saying this to bandwagon, you might be right. The evil skeleton sees some really, really cool uses that kind of contrast with the original skeleton's more standard fare. You gotta love the funny face on the original guy, but that other evil skeleton really was in some bangers.
Okay, now that you've chosen Evil Skeleton, I'm gonna go back to liking the fucking regular skeleton head more. All right, so now we're back to...
I didn't fully move over to the evil skeleton.
God damn it!
I think what might cement me as liking the grinning skeleton more is its appearance in the Lego video games, of course. Amazing use in Lego Star Wars 2 and the complete saga. It's just funny, man. There are a couple levels where you can build a skeleton and it gets up and it walks around idly throughout the level. And it doesn't just walk, it has a jaunty little saunter. It's like wiggling and bobbing. You're usually building at least 2 of them. And they're just great. They're just great, man. There's one room on Hoth where you have to thaw 2 skeletons out of the ice to get them to stand on buttons to solve a puzzle. And if you're doing it in free play, you get the extra toggle option, which lets you pick from more niche characters that aren't in the main roster. And the skeleton, of course, is one of them. So you could theoretically have 4 skeletons walking around in that level, which is just a delight.
I actually had no idea about this.
Less delightful than that, though, is the Order 66 level of Revenge of the Sith. You're going through the Jedi Temple where all the clone troopers have committed quite some atrocities. Extra toggle on that level also gives you the skeleton. Pretty grim.
I like the idea that the fucking clone troopers just stripped the flesh and musculature completely off the Jedi.
I mean, they later did it to Luke's aunt and uncle. So
that is true. Yeah, but they're like charred, like a bone white fucking bleached skeleton. They're just like fucking ripping all that shit off of you with UV lighting your bones.
Of course, shows up in Lego Indy as well, and Lego Batman when the Joker uses his joy buzzer on someone, his little hand electric thing. You see their skeleton, and it's the grinning skeleton, which is so fun.
That's super fun, honestly. I didn't even know about the joy buzzer part. I vowed never play that game, but I didn't know there was a skeleton in it. This might have changed my mind.
There's another skeleton. I'll bring him up later. I didn't know about this because I never ended up beating the game as a kid, but there's another skeleton that is just a delight. I'll tell you about it, but we have more history to get through first.
Yes. So in 02, we get Classic Skeleton and Evil Skeleton. The Evil Skeleton was brought on for Alpha Team, Mission Deep Sea. Now, we get Grinning Skeleton in the previous Alpha Team line, but in Mission Deep Sea, now the skeletons are fucking evil, and they're wearing the same dumbass clothes, but they're sinister. One fun little set from this time that includes actually both heads, Classic and Evil, is 1383 Curse of the Pharaoh, which includes a skeleton getting out of a crypt and then seeing the evil fucking skull off to the side, which sort of gives me the impression that he's like, who the fuck is that guy?
And that's a glow-in-the-dark skull.
Yes, important we mentioned that. The only one that we're going to get,
Yes.
I think.
The only one of the evil ones, sadly.
Yeah, so I don't know what point it's solid to mention this as like an overview, but the color variations in both of these heads are like really fucking weird, and they happen at very strange times.
Really weird.
We only get one glow-in-the-dark evil skeleton head, and we get that before we get the classic one glow-in-the-dark. I mean, we get the ghost in it. Why can't we get the skeleton in it? It's the skeleton, for Christ's sakes.
It just makes sense, right?
It just does.
I just want an irradiated skeleton, man.
I mean, you can have one. I feel like you could probably just go to a place and fuck yourself completely up.
I'll have to look into that. That's what your Patreon money's going to.
Yeah, your Patreon money. Yours. If you're listening to this for free, fuck you. In 2003, we get the first year that a set is released in 03 that does not include the classic skeleton head. It's only the evil one. And it's going to show up in, I think, Orient Expedition is the adventures theme of that year, as well as its first appearance in the evil skeleton, which is pretty important for the evil skeleton. In the coming years will become like the most paradigm shifting.
That's Skeleton Central.
It's Skeleton Town.
There are so many skeletons throughout those sets.
In 2004, we're going to get the sand green skeleton body. Barb, are you excited?
Yes. I'm so excited.
Guess what we're not fucking getting?
Sand green skeleton head.
Where the fuck is it? Where's the sand green skull, goddammit? Why is just this like weird sunken in buccal fat free face? Where's the skull?
That is a good print though.
It's great. As much as I hate Wizard School as a concept, they really did fucking pop off for a couple of years there.
I like that thick cape that they wear too. It just has such a unique texture to it.
Have you seen the Bricklink prices for that thing? It's fun.
I shudder to think.
It's the first time we get the floppy arm in a non-white color, which is pretty fun. But instead of the legs, I think we just get this weird fucking like bar connection thing that I don't know if we even see again after this point. Does it show up again?
It's used in the later Wizard School sets in dark bluish gray.
That's not that cool.
Weird.
Well, that's kind of an underused. That's a really like fun connection point on that piece.
That's a weird piece. I love that it's got the ridged bar throughout it to match with the skeleton spine.
I never realized that's what the texture was for. That makes a lot of sense now that I'm looking at it. Do Dementors have like a long spine or something?
No, they're just kind of trailing. What do you call it? What's the ghost slime stuff called?
Ectoplasm.
They're just kind of trailing ectoplasm, aren't they?
Fuck, I guess. I've never seen that shit. I really have no interest in watching that goddamn fucking movie.
I think they're in the third one, which is, yeah, that's the only one that's like directed like a real movie. It's the guy that did
The Swimmer?
The Swimmer mentioned. No, a very The Swimmer-esque movie though. I'm blanking on the name of it. It's got the guy from Andor in it, Diego Luna, and it's him being a bisexual teenager.
I don't need to watch some goddamn movie about that. I know what's gonna happen.
Anyways, yeah, weird movie. Weird skeleton guy.
2005, the year of the skeleton. The first of the year of the skeleton. This one's huge.
It's a good year for the skeleton.
Before we get into listing every single fucking skeleton related thing, let's just recognize the superiority of one singular set that defines the year, that makes it the year of the skeleton. That being, of course, I didn't fucking put a photo of the set on my goddamn notes. Do you have the number?
4766, Graveyard Duel. Now, under no circumstances do you have to hand it to but this came with two skeletons, a Grim Reaper statue thing on top of a tombstone, and skeleton tile prints, or maybe they're stickers. I actually didn't check, but they show a skeleton popping out of a coffin. They're pretty great. The thing about this set is that the skeletons were changed throughout the set's lifespan, and they're really weird. By default, I think the set had two white, evil, wiggly skeletons. However, there are variants. One is a sand green torso with black legs, sand green arms, of course, and a black head. It's an inverted version of the evil skull.
Also notable, this is the only time that the evil skull in this configuration shows up, even though it's a really fucking cool print.
That's like a no-brainer of a print. That should be like a elite Ogle henchman guy.
And this might be the only time that the black skeleton bone torso in black is here. Maybe the arms too, the floppy arms.
Yes, you could be right.
It's huge for this skeleton. There's a bunch of different variants. We also get the dumbest fucking skeleton of all time, which is the one that has arms for legs.
Oh, arms for legs. He's among the worst, but there's an even worse one later that I'll put you on.
I really couldn't. I don't know what you're gonna say. I'm excited to see. This really is.
It's fucking bad, dude. It's dire.
This is as bad as it is for. I mean, this one just looks fucking horrible. I hate this.
We're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here, but droid arms on skeletons, I don't love it.
Interesting. Okay, I have some thoughts. We'll get into it. Now, what are your thoughts about droid arms as fucking legs on the skeleton?
He looks like he's supposed to be a mermaid or something. Is this a mermaid's corpse?
I think it's pretty foul. I love the prints. You mentioned earlier they are prints, and it's two of them, two 2x2s that make a little like buried skeleton, which this is, I think, maybe one of the first recognitions of the Lego skeleton head print as like a thing that exists in universe. Because Lego, you know, we mentioned that they have like weird portrayals of skulls in the first place. They also have weird portrayals of people constantly.
Yeah, there are sets that have like people, like human people shapes in them, not minifigures. It's always weird.
I think that they should stick to minifigure portrayals, although I do have a soft spot for the swivel fat lady water door. That one gets me. I'm not gonna lie.
Isn't she a minifigure? She's a fat minifigure, I thought.
She's a fat woman that has yellow skin. Okay, well, this needs to be addressed. I mentioned this head in a funny way on the very first episode of this podcast, and then you fucking assholes went and bought every single fucking one off of Bricklink in America, and then proceeded to then comment, "I figured out which head it is." I know that you can figure out.
Nice job.
Yeah,
asshole.
I know you know which fucking head it is. You can. The Bricklink has search functions built in for you to ascertain the knowledge of whatever the fuck you don't know. If you see the silhouette of something, you can fucking figure it out. Now I have to ask that fucking Canadian asshole from fucking Brick Guild to reprint these. Do you know how fucking hard it is to get blank trans green heads? Fuck all of you. I shouldn't have said shit. I should have put you on. That was my mistake. I had too much faith in you. Anyways. This is a great print. I love this one.
I love that one. That's just so solid. Like in terms of use cases for it, I can't really think of any, but it's just so good to look at. Trans green is top tier.
The trans green, which is potion bottle skull, it's a cool variant of the classic skull. I think it's the only variant of the classic grin that we're going to get in 05, which I've previously espoused as the year of the skeleton. But I think it's great. Its usage in the set is also pretty fun because it's almost like a label on a bottle. They use a cone piece.
Yeah, it's a poison.
This set has a lot of weird shit also. There are that blue tile on it. That's sky blue. I don't know if you're tapped in to that or not. The one with the X on it. It's very strange. One of the very few sky blue pieces. It has the dog with the drawer built into him.
I didn't realize he's fused to the drawer.
The dog is the drawer.
Why is it called the tinderbox? What is
I don't
this?
know. It comes with trash cans that are only in this, like specifically colored trash cans as well.
I see.
It's the only set that comes with
What in the world?
with a reddish brown minifigure ladle spoon. And everything that I just said was brought to you by Zach. All those were Zach facts. Here's the Zach. There it is. Thanks, Zach. There's another Zach fact for you. Now back to the Evil Skull. We got two more interesting usages of it. We get the Super Ice Drone.
Yes. Fucker looks badass.
The sort of half tones in the eyes to make it red. Dare I say chef's kiss?
Chef's kiss. He's evil. He's like a Terminator.
I know I was just yelling about you guys buying all this shit on Bricklink. I already have these though, so you can buy these. That's completely fine. I'm not.
I want one.
Fuck you. And I I think that it's also important to mention that the Scorpion Orb Launcher, the set that the Evil Ice Drone comes in, the only set it comes in, is a set that we talked about on the first episode of the podcast that we will never fucking release because it includes that Life on Mars windscreen. Pretty fun. Full circle.
Season finale. All the narrative threads.
They're all coming together. Me and Barb are finally getting married.
That's season 2.
Season 3 is the divorce.
Season 4, the Skeleton War.
The last important skeleton from the year of the skeleton 2005 is the Knights Kingdom 2 Boo chess set, the Chess Queen, which I think is the first skeleton that has hair.
Our goth queen.
If you know a woman like this, please be as weird in her DMs as you possibly can. Bother her. Tell her that you want her to step on you. She's going to like that a lot. She's going to want you to be like, please be mean to me. Women love to hear that shit.
That's dating tips with Disturbing the Peace.
Anyways, yeah, the only important thing is that it fucking has hair. It's a skeleton with hair. Isn't that awesome? Anyways, that's the year of the skeleton. That's the first year of the skeleton. Barb, do you have any final thoughts for the year of the skeleton?
That Harry Potter set. What a set, man. I wish there was more documentation about like what was going on. Why are there so many variants of skeleton appearing in it? It's like gambling, like buying a sealed one of those. You don't know what you're gonna get. It's wonderful.
If you know what happened, please comment. Barb will read it and put it in the episode notes in the description. And we're going to credit every single person who can accurately tell us what was happening. Moving away from the year of the skeleton, 06, it gets used a little bit. There's like a fun Arkham Asylum product image that's wrong. I don't know if you have that in your notes.
No, what's wrong with it?
At least in the Bricklink entry for Arkham Asylum 7785, they have a picture of the classic skeleton in a render, but they use the evil skeleton in the set. The more important thing that happens in 06 is the skeleton, the fat skeleton.
I love Duplo skeleton.
Spit a little bit about Duplo skeleton really fast.
Yeah, this is 47394 PB049 Duplo figure Legoville skeleton. He's got glow in the dark print. That's great right off the bat. It's scary. He's intense. He's got a horrible look on his face. The evil Lego skull is scary, but the Duplo skeleton is malicious. He looks like a logo for like a local sports team or like a shitty band. Like a shitty 80s band.
Yeah, I mean the fact that only his face has the print on it. When you look in the product photos, it looks like he's wearing a hoodie.
Yeah. Also, just like the Duplo figure silhouette is like so bad.
It's fat as shit. We're gonna have a whole episode at some point on how Duplo can't fucking lock in on the designs of their figures for ever. They nailed a minifigure off the bat. They're like, here it is, lock it in.
Untouched. The battle droid. If we're talking about other minifigures, the battle droid has been without change for as long as I've been alive. Duplo, what the fuck is going on?
Also important about this set is it comes with the fucking silliest Lego weapon I've seen in my entire life, which is this goddamn trumpet of a gun.
The blunderbuss. They are loading that up with all sorts of debris and turning fucking redcoats into mincemeat.
One important thing about this is that prior to this product image, that guy, the skeleton, had skin, but then he let that thing rip, and now he's gone.
Yeah, he's not even like a supernatural skeleton. He just got all his skin ripped clean off.
Silly ass fucking gun. This thing on Bricklink is fucking expensive, by the way. It's Yeah, it's like
Really?
$12 in the US. And if you want to buy it from Europe, you got to pay like 15 shipping. It's complete dog shit.
I think you got to army build them.
Oh, just the guns?
The
Oh,
skeleton.
the skeleton's more fucking expensive than that. This skeleton in the US is such a bullshit price. Let me find that listing. It was pissing me off. $30.
$30.
$30
Come on,
fucking
man. Get
dollars
real.
for the Legoville skeleton. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I fucking hate you.
$30.
I hate you, and I'm gonna hate you
$30.
forever. I will hate you till the day that I fucking die. I will never buy from your store, and I will fucking get angry every day thinking about something that has nothing to do with me for the most part.
Is this hitting so close to home because this is what you look like under an X-ray?
All right, 2007, the big year.
2007. Maybe the second year of the skeleton.
It's a strong contender. Up until this point, I've tried to stress that the classic skeleton and the evil skeleton have been locked in combat. They have been rivals. We're going to see a new skeleton brought into the fray. And before we talk about that, we're going to talk about set 8104 Shadow Crawler from Exoforce.
Yes. So this set, skeleton, is present in like a big orb on the back of this iron drone mech. Is that a fuel source? What is going on? Are the iron drones being fueled by decomposing human bodies? This is terrifying. And it's evil. It's not just a dead body, it's an evil dead body.
Go ahead and update the Nightmare Fuel entry on Exoforce with they turn this guy into goo. Actually, I'm just going to look it up and see if it's there. It's not. Okay, yeah, go ahead and make the Nightmare Fuel tab on Lego Exoforce on TV shows. Whatever the fuck. What am I even saying? Is it a fuel source? Is it why does he have to be evil? Can they only run off of evil skeletons? What's happening?
That's kind of not quite the last hurrah of the floppy skeleton, but yeah, 2007 sees a revolution in our bony friends. So 2007 sees the debut of a new castle subtheme, being what is retroactively called Castle Fantasy Era. My personal favorite castle subtheme.
Fucking seriously?
This shit rules. It's just cool. You got evil skeletons, you got evil trolls, you got dwarves and shit. You got crazy battle vehicles and stuff. It's completely ahistorical and is just so out there. There's all kinds of marbled stuff and shiny stuff and speckled stuff, crazy weapons. It's just a violent medieval war. I love it. But with this theme sees the introduction of the new skeleton. His arms can now be held in place. He's not wiggly anymore. He uses a variation on the battle droid arm, which has been, whereas before it was just angled, now it's straight but twisted at a 90-degree angle so it can hold something upright. This same year, the battle droids received that arm so they could hold the new style of blaster and not look ridiculous, you know. And yeah, now the skeletons can hold swords and spears and pikes and all number of other implements of war. And not only that, skeleton gets a new face print. He's eviler now. His eyes are glowing bright red. He's got a wicked grin. They're dressed to kill. There's a few variations on the skeleton here. There is the standard white skeletal foot soldier, I guess. There is a inverted black skeleton, which looks so cool. What is these guys' deal? And then there's armored skeletons as well. Just that evil skull head on a regular minifigure body with armor and a helmet.
I've always appreciated how this is the first time the skeleton is kind of like solidly an evil skeleton warrior. Because in Alpha Team, they had the heads, right? And I don't know, maybe they're skeletons.
They had the heads. We didn't know what state of life they're in.
But yeah, now we're getting skeletons that are walking around fucking butt ass naked. They're wearing armor. It's a acknowledgement of the skeleton, not just as like a storytelling device or like a fun print, but now it is an evil fucking skeleton. The skeleton has been reanimated by some force and is now coming to kill.
We know the force. It's the necromancer in the skeleton fortress set. I forget the name of it. It's like a big skull.
I've always sort of felt like that was a false flag and that he didn't really do anything wrong.
These skeletons reanimated themselves through hate alone. Just look at those eyes, man. And they have horses. They have skeleton horses, and they're sick.
The horses are also a huge plus because I feel like that rounds them out as a faction really well. Not only do we get variants of the prints and different colored skeletons, but now they have skeletal steeds. And off the like bat, all this is dropped in the same year in the same wave. They don't like tease any of this out. It's all the skeleton developments immediately.
Fully formed.
How much do the fucking skeleton horses cost? Are they expensive? Okay, in white, there's more of them than anything else. Let's take a look. Sell location US. Okay, they're like $3. Okay, this is perfect. I've always thought it's interesting that the skeleton horses are like less expensive than the fucking regular minifigure horses.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, generally they come in at like $5. These are around that price. They're like cheaper. They're half the price. When I would say that I would prefer to have a skeletal steed than a flesh and blood one myself.
Oh, absolutely. They come in glow in the dark white.
They do, yeah.
Come on, man. That's awesome.
If you lose your fucking skeleton horse, like where did I park that fucking thing? Keeps eating children's faces when I'm not fucking paying attention to it.
It's terrifying.
'07 is the year of the skeleton. I fucking hate fantasy era, and it's not because I'm like a nostalgia baiting old head piece of shit. It's because I had these when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I had the regular classic heads and I had the evil skeleton heads, and then I also had like suddenly a bunch of the fantasy skeleton heads, and it like pissed me off the inconsistency of them, and I have never gotten over that.
Yeah, that's fair.
But as far as the theme itself goes, I think this is like classic millennial Gen Z cusp bullshit where like if you had these as a kid, you will be making Instagram reels where you're like, remember when you got Kashyyyk Trooper in a set? Holy fuck.
Return to fantasy era.
Must return. What I think we should return to is the 2008 development of the Space Skulls set, Lego Factory line.
Yes.
This one was designed by Fleebnork, a fucking mock maker, not just some Lego designer, not some goddamn European guy. This is made by a red-blooded fucking American man.
And you can feel it in how kind of strange and ambitious some of these things are. I'm thinking about the tentacles made out of all those little finger hinge things. That's cool. I don't think Lego would have done that themselves at this point.
Not at all. And there's a lot of design language that is very of the time in terms of the like mock space, because at around this time, I think we got Mars Mission, which the design language on that is very specific because, you know, whenever they drop a theme, they need to integrate the new parts and make it exciting. Whereas this reminds me more almost of like an older style of like faction building classic space, which is just the utilization.
Well said.
It's just like we have the parts that have been around forever. We're going to use them in new and interesting ways. I love this. There's a Brothers Brick interview behind the designers of this. And then there was like a protagonist counterpart to the Space Skull set that also came out. I think it was called like the Justice Ship or I don't know. I feel bad not knowing, but
the skeletons they stick in your mind more.
The skeletons are there. They're evil. They're there. And also they have stickered torsos, which apparently was like Lego's mandate. They were like, we'll let you design this set, but you have to fucking use stickered torsos, which is, you know, feel whichever way you want about that. I have a really soft spot for these stickered torsos. I love these. It makes me upset they're almost never used. They're super fun.
Super fun. And like, it's guys flying around in giant skulls. You can't not love that.
Yeah. It makes you think, what would I do if I had an evil skull to fly around in? Would I go to Israel? Would I take payload fucking visit Tel Aviv? You know, what the fuck are we doing? What's happening? In 2009, we see the end of an era, for the evil skull is discontinued.
Rest in peace again.
After 7 years of service, it gets cut off. Not only does it get cut off, it has like the worst fucking year of all time in '09.
It's used not in a lot. It had been getting some play in the Indiana Jones theme from 2008 to 2009, just as skeletons, you know, pretty standard stuff. You've got a couple of them, no, just one. This is actually one of my least favorite skeletons in 7196 Chowchilla Cemetery Battle, I believe is the pronunciation.
Now, why would you possibly not like this skeleton in particular? What would make you not like this skeleton?
His arms. He's almost perfect, but then he's got the regular non-shooting battle droid arm.
And he's sort of just like shrugging on the ground. He's like, oh, I don't fucking know.
He's just, yeah, like, oh, I'm just a dead conquistador. Whatever, man. Get real.
The crystal skull shows up in this, which is kind of a skeleton, you know?
Yes. Oh, I think we should talk about the crystal skull at some point later on.
We should talk about it right now.
Okay, let's go through it. I love that thing. It's great in every appearance. It's cool on a regular skeleton. It is interesting, though. So obviously the skull is crystal. I think the skeletons themselves in the movie are also crystal. Like when they put them on at the end. So it's interesting that they use just standard white skeleton bodies. I think were they to make sets from this film today, which I don't believe they will, given the film's reputation, I think they would do it in satin trans clear, which would look so good.
I completely agree. I didn't even realize that the actual skeleton bodies weren't clear. And that seems like a huge fuck up, honestly. Can you imagine if those parts were floating
Right?
around right now? How ravenously people be ripping
How
themselves
much-
apart to get these?
For nothing. Not to do
Yeah,
anything
just to
with
keep
them.
them in a Stanley case and be like, I bought this.
Respect.
Yeah, great. Well, you have a shelf to put your shit on, to be fair.
But yeah, Crystal Skull, 2 Pirate Advent Calendar. It's funny that these are classified as sets. They're subsets or something. I don't know. Anyways, you get 2 evil skulls, one on a skeleton and one on some kind of little skull altar thing. Friday the 13th, part 2 vibes here. Oh, and then Shipwreck Hideout. There's like a play feature where you drop a bunch of skulls, I think. Yeah, if you move the table inside, there's a hole for you to like drop 3 evil skulls through so you can surprise some British guy with 3 evil skulls.
I don't know about you, but if I had like a evil like pirate base, I wouldn't just be using human skulls as fucking missile weapons to disrupt my foes.
I was going to say, I don't think I would either, but I've never been an evil pirate, so I actually don't know.
Yeah, we're working on that right now. That's what the Patreon money is going to.
Our big ass pirate ship.
This is like the worst fucking setup of all time. 2 Advent calendars, Indiana Jones, Pirates, and then the fucking Build to Express set, which I'm not even going to look at the catalog entry because it's going to give me a fucking brain aneurysm. It's awful. They just shit on it. But this is happening because the Fantasy Skull has taken the spotlight. I think by this point, Fantasy might be over. I think it only had those 2 waves.
Yeah, it was what, 07 and then 08/09. You're getting the Trolls faction. The skeleton has taken the back seat.
It's over. There's no fucking point. I always forget that the Trolls was wave 2 because it's way more interesting than the fucking evil skeleton faction, to be honest with you.
Maybe that's where we'll align on Fantasy Era. I like the Trolls stuff more than I like the skeleton stuff, truthfully.
Yeah, those are some fun prints.
The Siege Tower thing, that's awesome. So much like copper, weird prints, troll heads.
The giant wheel.
The giant wheel, of course.
Wheel. Please give us your Patreon money so we can. Fuck, we got to build our giant evil wheel, our giant evil ship that wrecks, our giant evil skull. Fuck, I have all these giant evil implements of destruction that I need made now. Please give us your money.
Please.
Oh, yeah. And then the classic skull gets used in Magica, the game in 2009, the fucking Magicus.
Is that the one with the devils?
No.
I like the devils one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why I even mentioned this. Yeah.
The werewolf.
Let's
devils
just move
one.
on to the fucking Ninjago part. I don't even know why I'm fucking spinning wheels right now.
Yes. Nothing happens in 2010, I'm sure. If we missed something in 2010, leave a comment. 2011, the debut of Ninjago, the first wave being the Golden Weapons sub-theme. The villains in this sub-theme are skeletons, or technically skulkins. Maybe they're differentiated from human corpses in some way, but they certainly look like skeletons. Most of them do, at least. They are in a variety of costumes, like some kind of skeletal village people. You've got a biker, a soldier, a pilot, a jester. They're great, man. Some of them have these big, weird skulls or 4 arms. They've got like crazy jaws or like giant eye sockets. They come on these stylized skeleton torsos that have like kind of pronounced spine bones, I guess, and like angular ribs. And these new skeleton bootleg, which are similar to the old skeleton leg, but they have a minifigure foot at the bottom.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? It sounds like it's the fucking year of the skeleton 2, baby. 2nd year of the skeleton. We're running it back.
3.
Oh yeah.
Year of the Skeleton.
Year of the
Part
skeleton
3.
3, baby. 3rd year of the skeleton. We're running it back. This is the 3rd year of the skeleton. I think mostly because of the arms and the legs. That's the biggest improvement to me.
Yes.
Legs hadn't been improved since 95. They dropped them then. They were like, that's fucking good enough. Fuck you. But the boots are fucking cool. They're the best.
You put your skeletons in little outfits now without having to cover up the entire skeleton.
They can wear clothes. And The fun little a fun little fucking little featurette that I've learned from, I don't remember. It was somebody on Instagram. If you take the skeleton bootlegs and you like squeeze the shit out of the clip at the top, you can fit it into any 1x1 like anti-stud brick space. So you can have like a little skirt piece, which is
Crazy.
that is rare tech. That is actually incredibly good tech. Please let us know.
NPU.
Yes, that was that stand for?
Nice part usage.
That's for the little fucking lobotomized morons that listen to this shit that have no idea what's going on. All right. We're putting you on ball right now. You think we don't care about you? We do. We told you about the Belleville skull. Now we're telling you about fucking up your skeleton bootlegs so you can make a minifigure with a skirt. You're welcome.
Start plucking those legs.
The arms are, I think, the more important thing happening here.
The biggest improvement.
What are your
certainly.
thoughts?
So my frustration with the fantasy era skeletons is that their arm is just outstretched. You know, they're holding that sword at arm's length. There isn't really a sense of dynamic motion there. I think we mentioned this in a previous episode, but part of the beauty of the minifigure form is that the arms are bent in that slight way where they can imply a rest position, they can imply an action position. There's so much you can do with just that slight little bend to them. And now the skeleton can do that too. It's not just dead. It's not just spear awkwardly outstretched. It's swinging a sword around. It's swinging a flail around. Or a nunchuck, maybe.
Who gives a shit about Ninjago?
But we have to give them their due for improving the skeleton so much.
Yeah, I think making the arm into a bar is huge. It's such a weird fuck up. They just didn't do that with the battle droids, honestly. And I know they're going for a mechanical design, but it's such a big improvement in terms of the connections of it. It looks better. I don't think it looks as skeleton-y as the droid arms do.
I guess it lacks that little bit of detail towards the top and bottom that the droid arm does have.
There's a little texture missing. I don't think it's a huge sacrifice though, because we have both, and that's kind of like the best. That is what should happen. We should have the best of both worlds. And I think that all of these lead to like a superior skeleton for a action theme. All the improvements and all the skeleton horses from Castle, who gives a goddamn fuck about any of that? There's an evil face. They're just reusing it for the jester or whatever. But having new arms, having cool boots, I think that angling the rib cage and the new torso is a huge improvement also.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, especially for the kind of stylized way that Ninjago is.
Yeah, because they open up wider planes for printing on. So on the figures, you're going to see like fucking rivets and loincloths and all this shit.
A lot of loincloths. I think they realized the skeletons were low-key naked.
Yeah, type shit. If you're a gay Ninjago fan, please tell us which one of these skeletons is the coolest in the show. I don't know a singular fucking thing about Ninjago at all. I know nothing about this show.
Are Ninjago fans like largely homophobic? I don't know if there are.
I thought they're all like gay 17-year-olds. I thought that was what it was.
Oh, yeah. I think it's like most fandoms now where it's split between like chuds and wokelets.
Anyway. Also in this theme, we get a new rendition of the floppy-armed classic skeleton in tan, which I think is really fun.
I love these guys.
It's a little kickback to us fucking idiots that love a good old classic skeleton in a new color.
Yeah, dummy. They're called dummy. I like them.
And if they're dummy, call me a fucking moron because I simply can't get enough of them. I think they're spectacular.
Simply can't get enough.
And if all of that did not make this the year of the skeleton 3, we got to talk about community minifigure set 9348-1. I got a photo. Find the skeletons in this. Tell me if you can find them.
Snowmen. Yes. I was looking for this. I couldn't find it. I love. God, this is bizarre.
This is such like a 2008 like pack to put out that came out this year. I mean, I guess it's not that far off, but the fact that they're like, nah, no snowman head. Just give him a fucking skull. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, wait, this is a great little bit of Lego hauntology here. Look at these, all the parts that are from other bullshit that have just kind of ended up here. This is the system in its purest form. You've got the giant trophy from World Racers, I think it is. You've got the carrot and giant bread and cherries from Belleville, or maybe that's from Scala. Skulls, obviously, in lieu of snowman heads, which looks crazy.
D-Bucket in blue from Old Castle themes.
Yeah, wait, wow. You've got Indiana Jones's satchel in tan. Weird, right?
Welcome to the garbage dump. Aqua Raiders, scuba visor on the left.
Whoa.
Yeah. Welcome to the trash can.
Yeah, this is Lego. Like, this is Lego distilled into one set. Like it or not.
If you put a picture of this set up with a quick one before the Eternal Worm playing in the background, somebody would kill themselves within like 24 hours.
Oh my god.
Anyways, yeah, 2011, Year of the Skeleton, Part 2, baby. You thought just because the Golden Age is over, don't mean the Golden Age is over. All we're losing is the evil skeleton. Actually, we're losing more. 2012, last time skeleton horse is used. No more skeleton steed, unfortunately.
Rest in
It
peace.
does appear in a Monster Fighter set 9462-1, The Mummy, in Glow in the Dark, which is actually huge. Super fun color for it to come in.
Huge. Yeah, Monster Fighters is a good little last hurrah for some of the classic skeleton stuff. They revamped the Ghost. We can save most of this for the Ghost episode, but they did revamp the Ghost Shroud.
Devamp, I believe, is the correct term. Yeah.
Devamp, yes. They took away his happiness. He's frowning now.
The old Ghost versus new Ghost is kind of what happened to me in the years between 2015 and 2018. That's kind of the same transformation that I went through. I stopped glowing in the dark.
No, I have some glow in the dark ones.
God damn it.
So yeah.
So in 2013, it gets used a shitload in Lord of the Rings. That doesn't matter. 2014, the fucking fourth year of the skeleton. Another year of the skeleton.
This is the modern skeleton. He's here.
He's here. What makes him modern? He's from the digital world. He's from a computer, from the hard drive and motherboards of the world. That's right, baby. Minecraft skeleton.
We love him.
I don't like him.
Oh, really? I think the Minecraft figures are very fun. We were talking a bit off mic before, maybe between episodes. Minecraft as a theme is kind of the successor of a lot of classic Lego action theme stuff. You get so much in one box, so much different stuff to do, and because the sets are designed in such a simple way to match the blocky look of the games, it's one game. The blocky look of the game.
Actually, there's other Minecraft games. They have a story mode.
Oh, this is true. There's like what, 3 of them?
Yeah.
And the movie. Anyways, yeah, you can rebuild it pretty endlessly and easily. They're just cool. And yeah, the skeletons are a shining example of how Lego is able to blend the style of the game with its own system.
When you brought that up, I was kind of like, it is what it is. When you put it in that way, I think you can draw a lot of comparisons to like older, here's just a box of shit Lego sets.
They still do that for Minecraft too, whereas they don't really for other themes. There's like big creative boxes or whatever where you just get a bunch of Minecraft specific parts so you can make Minecraft stuff. But it's really just a box of bricks and cool colors and with prints and shit.
If you look at the way that the like creative box of shit has kind of evolved, it's interesting that it now exists with 2 like modernizations that Lego has adopted. The first being conflict in a box, and the second is like branding or a licensed theme. And that's kind of like sad in a way that like this is the only way we're getting, kind of classic, like here's a bunch of shit sets. Well, I guess not to be an asshole. I mean, we still get like 3-in-1s and, those buckets full of like eyeball pieces or whatever. But, no one's going to buy those when they could buy a fucking Minecraft skeleton, for Christ's sakes.
What do you think of minifigure MIN183?
Are these the fucking plate ones? I fucking hate these so much. I cannot stand.
He's just making me laugh. That counts as a minifigure. That's
Dude,
so
I tried
cute.
to get like a shit ton of these for Medina to make like a pattern in like a strip in the wall, and I ended up with like 6, and I was like, okay, well this sucks. And I ended up, if you look in the post, I don't know if I can find a picture of it, but there's just like a skeleton face hanging out in the fucking wall, like towards the bottom of the white building.
I love that.
I at the time was kind of like, this is fun. And looking back, I despise it. It makes me so irritated. It just seems obnoxious to me. But I mean, that's kind of, I feel about everything that I've ever made, honestly, is like 2 months later, I'm like, yeah, I should have just sold all my Legos and moved to Nepal instead.
That's the art life.
Yeah, but Minecraft. I mean, the Minecraft skeleton, the advancements we are going to get is the big leg, which I don't think we have yet. That doesn't come until 2016.
No, I like the big leg. See, I think we're landing on something again. The wither skeletons from Minecraft are so fun. That's even more so than the standard skeleton. That's just a perfect marriage of the two things.
You are
know?
fucking leaving the Year of the Skeleton behind. We are not done with it yet. God damn it. We have to talk about the fucking skeleton robots.
Oh, yes, from the Lego movie.
Yeah, first time since it appeared in white and black. We're getting an updated color for the mid-aught skeleton torso with pin arms.
Fantasy torso. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it metallic silver it comes in?
No, just light bluish gray.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was going to bring these up as an example of skeletons that I'm not really a fan of. I think the face print is too detailed and not reminiscent of the actual classic Lego skull face that they're like maybe kind of going for here or kind of riffing on, being that it's the Lego movie. They're paying homage to the history of Lego stuff, but not really doing that so much with that face print. And I think it contrasts too much with the crazy simplicity of that torso and rest of the figure, you know?
In a way, it would almost be better if they used the Ninjago torso with the flat planes to print on, because then they could add some more detail to the torso.
Yeah.
Into the dick area, I suppose. I think the only real issue is the eyebrows.
Yeah. It looks like the eyebrows are covering up what might be just big, round eye sockets like that head had.
And if this were a situation where he just had those big, round, wet eyes, I would cradle him in my arms and I would feed him tapioca and circuit board parts, and he would love me. But no, he's fucking angry, so I guess not.
Yeah, whatever evil robot skeleton's like.
The last thing that I have for 2014, and this might have been a thing that pops up earlier than this, but it's used a shit ton in sets as a microphone holder, the skeleton leg.
Yeah, creepy.
And, this might be before this point, but they use the skeleton leg going forward. I was more aware of it. They use it in a lot of non-skeleton ways. Use it to hold microphones, mostly just as like a way to use to fill up a 1x1 brick area with a clip at the top with like some style to it, because of course it has the skeleton, language to it.
Toes.
I fucking hate this. I think it looks horrible every single time.
Yeah, there's just too much going on with it, I think.
It's the same thing as the bamboo or anything else, any specialized piece, where it's so hard to divorce it from what it literally is supposed to be to use it in like a nice part usage type way.
And there are certainly, I mean, that's the whole reason why nice part usage exists as a concept among Lego builders. Like, it's cool to be able to use a part in a way that it wasn't made for, But a lot of the time, certain pieces are just very hard to use and doesn't work out.
There should be a word for when you try and like do nice part usage, but it just sucks anyways. Like a really shitty and mean term, perhaps, that I have a team developing right now.
Hard at work in the labs. Big bottles of green transparent skeleton heads bubbling.
In 2015, we get two fucking friend sets one friend set and one like whatever the fuck. These just make me laugh. I love this. The friend set is just like, it just is Belleville, but if it was made with system parts and sucked dick completely.
I like when Friends is Belleville, when they just have these like kind of shitty little accessory or polybag type sets that are so sparse and strange, but reminiscent of what a Belleville set would have been. You don't even get a figure. It's just a door.
The lack of specialized
it's a door with a skull.
Is like miserable. It's like, this is just nothing. This is just some shit you put in a bag. And then we also get Trick or Treat, which is the same set, but it's more, and you open it and they're a skeleton. Fucking scary. He's just
that's terrifying.
He's just standing
there. I like that you can see him through the window.
Yeah.
So he's there already, and you're going to open the door and still be terrified.
It's like, what's happening? Here I am. In 2016, we get the fucking big skeleton leg. Talk about the wither skeletons. I did very little research on these.
There's truthfully not much to say. It's just a skeleton, but taller and in black. You could make your fantasy era skeleton guys taller if you wanted. Not that interesting.
They can out-joust the competition because they're sitting so high. However, their penis bone is in danger of attack. One thing that does pop out in 2016 is the Spooky Boy, the emo kid from CMF 16.
He's wearing a skull hoodie, right?
He is, yeah. He's wearing a little skeleton shirt with the classic skeleton grin. And this is a time, this entire, like, everything since Ninjago had that first wave has been like miasma. It's been like fucking nothing. And that doesn't end for a while, to be fair. But this, like, little nod at, we recognize how iconic this print is something that we're going to see a lot more of once this era ends, which is going to happen pretty soon.
Yeah.
Which is Lego recognizing how like fun and ubiquitous this part is and how much everybody loves it. And it starts here. And also, this is a great torso. I think it's very fun.
That's a perfect torso. There's kind of along with the skull, there's kind of a wider, at this time, celebration of classic Lego stuff. I think this is around the point that you start seeing more homages to Lego history in modern sets. They had always kind of done it. I mean, you look at the classic space statue in Space Police 3 or countless other things, I'm sure, but this is where it really kicks into gear. I think especially with Ninjago City on the horizon.
Yeah, every time Ninjago is a set where they add a sticker with a Tahu mask in it, I simply get out of my chair and start clapping. I simply cannot have enough of that. Thank you. Please more nothing. Thank you. In 2016, we also get the Ghostbusters Ecto 1 and 2, which comes with a skeleton, I think trans brown, the Ninjago angular torso in this.
Yes.
He's a character named Mayhem, which you look into his eyes and we all recognize him from the movie. We all know who he is. And I think he's portrayed great.
We all saw this
We
movie.
all saw this movie with our mom and dad. Our dad the entire time was like, why is this bad? And you have to explain to him, you're like, it's bad because there's women in it. And, everybody claps because you're right. Anyways, 2017, we're moving on. 2017, floppy skeleton, discontinued, no more.
Rest in peace again.
It has...
I've made that joke too many times. It's not funny.
It makes me feel any better. None of this is fucking funny. The last usage of the floppy arm skeleton is in the Friend set 41318 Heart Lake Hospital, which... it is used with no skull print. It's like a blank white head with a skeleton floppy armed body.
It's Slender Man.
Yeah. Well, it's fucking miserable is what it is. This is how the floppy arm body goes out. It's fucked up.
Such an indignity. Both of so many skeletons are just cast aside. It's tragic.
They go through this shit in the trash. And for what? For what? Fucking for fantasy skeleton with what? Arm articulation? Boo. Anyways, that moves up into the current era, 2018 to present era. I like to call hell on earth. Now, for as negative as that descriptor sounds, this I think might be the best era for a skeleton, or it could be the best era for the skeleton.
It's up there. This is kind of a new heyday for the Lego skeleton, both in terms of actually being in sets and being represented in other ways.
Yeah, this is when Lego realizes, oh, fuck, everybody loves the skeleton, even the fucking evil skeleton, which they were so quick to discard of soon as it became inconvenient. 2018, we see the release of the Dr. Phosphorus figure in Lego Batman CMF2. Yes. What are your thoughts on this skeleton head?
Not just the head. The entire figure is perfect. We've got that amazing yellowish green color with a black skeleton printed on it. There he is, and he's got jorts. He's sick.
I think he's so cool.
I like this guy. I think he's so cool. What a great homage.
And this is the kind of thing that makes me wish that we had the full skeleton body in yellowish green too, because it's a great color for like the. I think it's a great color for Lego. People are like really shitty about yellowish green because they're stupid.
Because they're misogynistic. That's a total Friends color, and they hate on it for that reason.
Just because it's a girl color doesn't mean it's a bad color.
Yeah, I'd say in terms of Lego's modern palette, that color is up there.
I like Dr. Phosphorus. I think it's awesome we get another evil skull. I think this is, and this kind of sets the tone for what we're going to see more of in the future. As a brief aside, in 2019, we do get Hidden Side, and we do get fucking El Fuego.
Douglas Elton. I had a whole thing prepared. I was going to say, does the name Douglas Elton mean?
Do you want to restart and then do that?
No.
Okay.
You already know about it. It's
Who
not.
the fuck is Douglas Elton? His name's El Fuego?
That's his stage name.
Oh, he's like a circus dipshit. Okay.
Yes, sorta. Yeah.
I have nothing to say about him. I never really got into Hidden Side. This is before my time. I don't know anything about him aside from that he wears that fucking helmet.
Yeah, the thing about El Fuego, Douglas Elton, the skeleton character from Hidden Side, is that he is a classroom model skeleton possessed by a guy's ghost. From what I recall a while ago, I was looking at the Hidden Side wiki. Something happened to his human body, and then he possessed a classroom skeleton somehow, and now he's up walking around. So he's technically not a reanimated dead, but I think I've alluded to this before. I think sometimes Lego is careful about how they approach the dead coming back to life. I don't know. Does that make any sense? Does that seem like an impulse that they might be operating under?
I mean, you reach mass markets, you have to worry about shit like that, I imagine.
But yeah, I think that's such a fun fig. The face print looks like the classic grinning one, but has a little bit more. It's like expressions for the classic grin, like he's moving around. Sometimes he's got band-aids on. He's like winking or smirking. It's cute.
It's not quite Year of the Skeleton worthy, but I think it in itself is one of like the greatest advancements to skeletechnology that we've seen in quite some time.
Certainly. Sometimes he's got boots.
Sometimes he doesn't.
Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he's got a cape. We love a skeleton with a cape.
Well, it's neat to see that he contains something from literally every fucking era of the skeletons. He has the classic grin. He's got the fantasy torso, Ninjago arms, the Minecraft. Wait, fuck. I guess not Minecraft, but you get the idea. He's got all that shit on him.
Oh, and I think we kind of danced around this or missed it. 2013 saw the introduction of the modern skeleton that's still with us today, which is that fantasy era torso, the bent arms with no mechanical details, the classic grin head, and then just the standard skeleton legs. It's been around a while. That is number Gen 047.
If we're putting classic grin skeletons, how are you ranking them in terms of mechanical arms, Ninjago arms, then floppy arms? Where you the fucking complete useless is this fucking entire conversation. this matters to nobody.
Well, of course, I'm going floppy
Ninjago
arms, mechanical arms.
What the fuck am I doing? I'm a fucking failure. What the fuck am I done with my fucking life?
See, you got to reframe it. This isn't a meaningful podcast. This is a comedy podcast. We're doing this as the extended bit.
I feel like my soul has been fucking wounded. It has never healed my entire life. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, I think floppy arms first, and I think I'd put mechanical second, only because I like the texture on them, but I just feel like it might be nostalgia. I don't know if it looks quite as good. What were you saying?
Oh, I was saying floppy, bent, mechanical, and all of these are top tier, of course, but
it's a really good design. They really fucking nailed this one, honestly.
They nailed it. Speaking of the design, though, the facial proportions on the skull have changed ever so slightly throughout history. I don't know in what ways in particular, but the eyes, I think, got smaller, the nose got a little smaller, and then the mouth got just a little bit thinner. But I think it varies pretty significantly throughout history. And if you want a specific one on Bricklink, I'm sure you're
fucked. You're completely fucked.
You are fucked. Unless you ask for a picture.
You're also fucked.
It's a great way to get banned.
Yeah, you're still fucked. That's the way to fuck yourself faster. That makes sense too, because I have some old skeleton heads and they have these giant fucking eyes, and the alignment on the head is like too low, like a lot of the time. It's super fun. If you want a skeleton head with a giant fucking forehead, a classic one, we're gonna do a giveaway very soon. We get to win one minifigure head. Get fucking hyped. Speaking of getting hyped, how about we start portraying dead children? What are your thoughts about that?
So good. The child skull from Harry Potter.
Yes.
It's from some kind of potion. It's not actually technically a child skull. It's a logo for some kind of bottled skeleton related potion. It's for the guy's broken bone or something. But it has the proportions that you would see of a real life child skull, and I think Bricklink calls it toddler skull, which is
baby toddler head with a standard skull pattern.
That is a grim among the grimmest Lego parts.
I just know some shithead designer was like snickering to himself. He's like, yeah, this is how we fucking baby skull and fucking Lego stuff. The Harry Potter, which to be fair, good part usage. I mean, it looks like it. But you couldn't have printed that on a fucking like a round brick or something.
Yeah.
I love this piece. I actually didn't even know where it came from. I didn't know it came from the Harry Potter thing. I just saw it on Bricklink like maybe a year or two ago, and I was like laughing my ass off. I was like, why the fuck? It's like the fucking like Laura Palmer Funko Pop. It's like, why the fuck does this exist?
Yeah, it's like that.
It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
It gets to a point where it's like, oh man, that's great. We don't need representations of everything because of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really have a point
I
there.
think that we do. I think that we need to have like the minifigure like legs for the skeleton, like the short legs, to represent a dead child instead of a dead baby. We got the dead baby, we got the dead adult, dead kid. Where the fuck's it at?
What about a dead Yoda?
Is there a dead Yoda?
There should be.
I thought you were gonna pull out some shit I'd never seen before.
Oh my god, if there was a skeleton Yoda minifigure, you would not hear the end of it. That would be just all over the
Yeah,
place.
it'd be that fucking guy makes those reels where he like blank facedly looks at his camera and he's like, "Did you know Lego made a skeleton Yoda minifigure in 2012 for San Diego Comic Con? You can buy it on Bricklink right now for $799. Do you have this in your collection? Follow down below." Can you clip that and put that into a fucking reel, just like out of context?
Crayon, that describes half the people on the fucking app.
That's us. That's us after this podcast blows up crazy style and we're just like shilling basically.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
That is interesting, though. They recently started doing the gingerbread style Star Wars minifigures, which is something that they've kind of done in like action figures for some time, like holiday themed stuff for like Christmas. But they also do those action figures for Halloween. And so you have like a stormtrooper with a skull printed on his face or whatever. I want that to make the jump. That's fun. I just want more skeleton related prints in general.
The potentiality for a year of a skeleton 4, is that where we're at?
We might be on the precipice of a 4th year of the skeleton based on 2 incredibly strong prints alone. Not figures, which I think if we were getting more skeleton figures, that would tip it over. But 2026, 2 amazing prints.
You
that I'd
are
love
out
to
of
share with
fucking
you.
line. We have skeletons still in the way. You're getting people excited to hear about Year of the Skeleton 4. I'm talking about miasma. We're talking about the gray one. We're talking about 2023 Hocus Pocus
The gray one.
and fucking the Addams Family show.
I mean, there you go for that gray skeleton body from the Lego movie.
I wonder if that was any influence at all.
Like that was the reason that they did it, to like kind of complete the figure.
Well, maybe. Well, I don't know. Does a fucking gray skull show up in Hocus Pocus?
I'm sure there's some kind of evil statue or something.
Can I be real with you? I'm never watching that shit. I'm never gonna watch that fucking movie.
There's a lot of cultural big stuff like that that I missed out on as a kid that I'm 20 or 30 years old. I don't have time for that, man. I'm watching exclusively heroic bloodshed movies and like blaxploitation stuff. Like I don't have time for a Disney Channel original movie.
Dude,
man.
we gotta finish this fucking episode fast because my stepdaughter is bleeding out in a hotel bathtub right now, and I gotta fucking go take care of her. I don't have fucking time for this shit. Anyways, yeah. So we get a reprint of the classic skeleton. It is in gray, on gray, very fun. Moving on. Oh shit! Have you seen the Build a Minifigure Pirate torso?
Yeah, that's a good one. More of what we were talking about with representing the skeleton. He's wearing a vest on top of his skeleton body.
This one is so fun. I picked a couple of these up like by complete chance to build a minifigure. I didn't know that it didn't come in a set. I was just like, whatever. This delights me. I know I'm like a classic fucking loser. I'm like brain rotted to shit with only classic stuff and for some reason Brick Guild products. But this is like, I think, a perfect torso print in almost every way.
Yeah, and the print is simple enough that it's not completely out of line with certain more classic stuff.
And it's pirates. And if you think about it, it's like kind of all the way back to the beginning. That's where it began, is Castle and Pirates. And now we're bringing it all the way back with modern engineering and techniques to make the ultimate in fucking skeleton technology. Speaking of which, 2024, trans red skeleton head.
There it is.
In some dipshit wizard from Forgotten Realms. I have no idea how to pronounce his name because Forgotten Realms is for fucking losers and boring people. If you're going to play D&D, it should be Dark Sun. It should be Dragonlance. Stop being a fucking asshole. You have no taste in shit. The Critical Role fucking sucks. And we're the only podcast you should be listening to, really. In 2025, I think there's a important thing that happens with the classic skeleton, or the head print at the very least, where it shows up in like a shitload of ideas and like Bricklink sets.
Yeah, that weird vampire.
They're like all over the fucking place.
We're starting to see the rumblings of a Year of the Skeleton. Not quite, but the early signs are there. The early It's on the horizon.
So this is all building to a narrative, right? And I think that we're gonna pop this champagne cork. We talk about what's happening this year, in current year. Post the fucking John Oliver with the goddamn 2026 thing behind him. What's happening right now, Barb? What's going on? What's happening?
I'm going to send you a picture of a set. This is set 60502, airport with airplane. I want you to take a look for me at the bottom right corner of that. There is a TSA checkpoint scanner thing, and the X-ray is a skeleton.
What a fucking miserable fucking return to the skeleton is with the surveillance state representation.
It's cute. This is not the first time they've done a Lego skeleton in an X-ray. There is, of course, the some kind of surgeon CMF minifig that comes with an X-ray of a torso. There's a soccer set that comes with an X-ray of a broken skeleton leg.
And now, in the year of the skeleton, you can buy this curved piece with a little skeletoid on it.
Isn't that cute?
I should have been calling them skeletoids the entire time. I fucked up bad, dude. We got to redo this whole entire episode. Okay, well, this is just one part of the year of the skeleton. What else do we got?
We've got Mysterio.
We've got Mysterio. This may be like the coolest fucking like modern print I've seen in a long fucking time. I guess aside from the other skeleton related thing.
I saw this and I was like, there's no fucking way. But yes way. It's so Mysterio is the Spider-Man villain. He's got the big fishbowl thing on his head. It's satin translight blue. Underneath, he's got this crazy warped version of the evil skull head.
I think adding the smoke reminds me of that fucking Alpha Team tile that I didn't mention, the 1x2 with the skeleton print on it. I don't know why I forgot until right now. They kind of have the same thing going on with like the weird smoke and designs around them.
Totally.
So here's kind of my main thing. Okay, but I guess before we gotta mention the fucking fish skeleton. Here's the fish skeleton. There's a picture of it. There's the fish skeleton. Here's the grainiest photo of it possible, because that's all we have right now. When this episode comes out in 4 months, we will both own this skeleton, and we will not put a good picture of it because you already know what it looks like. Either way, I think that Lego is recognized something, which is that there used to be a shitload of interchangeability in pieces and themes. You know, you look at like the Aqua Zone mask, and then that was it Pondar Bebo, fucking Skim Beeble. What the fuck's his name?
Oh, that's Aldar Beto, of course.
So, you know, they reused a shitload of parts. Uncle Dursley's fucking stupid mustache head was in a ton of sets. Using pieces as motifs, they show up a shitload. And it was a cost-saving measure before, sure. Now they can print whatever the fuck they want. But now I think Lego is capable of remembering, you know, we had a very specific design for a skeleton. We improved upon it. Let's just fucking run that shit back. Let's do it. Let's modify it in the ways that we need to make it unique for the specific use case. But let's just keep doing the fucking skeleton. They've brought back the evil skeleton in a probably the only new and interesting way they could have, I think. Absolutely.
And it's interesting that those are two evil skeletons, both in superheroes themes broadly. That's not that interesting.
No. Well, I think that is interesting because that's an area where they have some leeway in terms of interpretation and design. If you look at like the Marvel movies, they have to adhere to those very strict, like ugly as dog shit designs. But on like the Mighty Micros, for example, they have prints that are a lot more simple and fun. As unfortunate as it is to say, this is the new reality for Lego, where all the creative shit is kind of being filtered through licensed themes. Sure, we got Dreams. Yeah, it doesn't fucking... I already talked about Dreams. It's over. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. If you want to get updated prints or reinterpretations in the same way they did with Graveyard Duel, it's got to be in licensed theme. I mean, Graveyard Duel was a licensed theme.
Yeah, wait, that's a great point.
You know, they're running it back. All these like interesting new skeleton usages we've got. Baby Skull, fucking Harry Potter. The bluish gray one, that's from those other two licensed themes. The fucking Dungeons and Dragon ones. They're bringing this shit back. They're sticking with it. And maybe it hasn't gone away, right? But the development was pretty slim for a little while. And I guess they did Ninjago, which was fucking insane. But I don't think we're entering the year of the skeleton. My theory, I think we're entering a new era for the skeleton. A new dawn. A skeletal empire that shall reach its bony fingers across the land and infest the sets of children and 30-year-old children alike.
And thank God for that, man. We need more skeletons in sets. Period. End of sentence.
End of story.
There should always be a skeleton. Any kind of evil setting, there should be a skeleton, you know? It's fun. It adds a whole new dimension of of play.
We didn't mention any of the zombies. I just remembered that.
This isn't the zombie
Fuck
episode.
you, zombies. This is the skeletal episode, bitch. Yeah, I mean, it's a brand new era for the skeleton. I think they realized how fucking fun it is, and I'm excited to see what more we get with it. Also, this could just be it. Like, we could never get another interesting evil skeleton head print ever again, to be fair. That's possible.
That could also be true.
Some would say likely, but I feel like the fish skeleton is almost the inverse of that, where they're like kind of winking and nodding and being like, we get it. You know, we get how fun this is.
Yeah, I think I'm taking that as a positive skeletal sign. I want to see skeletons of all the animals. I want more animal bones.
Cat, spider skeleton, bat skeleton,
Yes.
rat skeleton. I mean, they already did baby skeleton. I don't know how much fucking like more crass you can get than baby fucking skull. It's about as bad as it could get, really. And I think that about ties up everything that I have to say about the minifigure skeleton.
Yeah. Do you want to run through any final thoughts? Oh, I have to give you my worst skeleton.
What do we got?
This is
Disturbing the Peace.
This is Disturbing the Peace.
Cut that
This
part
is Gen 066.
What the fuck is this?
This is skeleton with standard skull, angular ribcage, mechanical arms. Look upon him and
Look
weep.
is coming. Why? Why? I didn't realize how pronounced like the center of it was.
He came in a junior's castle set, and he's all wrong. His torso's on backwards. His arms are on upside down.
Yeah.
He looks like some kind of like early humanoid like predecessor. Like he's the missing link. The spine on the front is disgusting. The gap is bad. His arms, he can't even hold anything.
He's got like fucking yaoi proportions.
Yeah, he looks like one of the big like yaoi CEO guys.
This guy's got Fujo's fucking losing blood in the comments. Yeah, this is fucking awful. I hate this. I was wondering what the fuck was wrong with that. I guess the torso being on backwards is what I was coming from. Is this a Bricklink product image?
Yeah.
You motherfuckers need to stop letting people just send in photos of the fucking product.
Hey, wait a minute. Zoom in on the set picture.
Yeah, it's like normal. Yeah,
It's
I mean, I'm
normal.
telling you, people on Bricklink have no idea what the fuck. They don't know what Legos are. They don't understand. Yeah, dude, the most blurst skeleton of all time. I certainly do not like this fucking photo one bit. My least favorite skeleton of all time is Crazy, the Skullkin.
The Juggalo.
The Juggalo. And that's why, is because I don't believe Juggalos are people. That's just a kid. I'm just a little fucking joke. You know, I love my Juggalos and Juggalettes. No, I hate like the fucking Sharpied clown makeup around his mouth. That's just like a singular line.
It's creepy. That is purest custom Joker.
Yeah,
bait.
well, let me clarify. It's not creepy. It just looks like shit. Like, that's my issue with it. I think it looks foul, and I don't fucking like it. This is like also...
He does look kind of diseased.
Yeah, it's one of the few... He's got one long cold sore around his fucking mouth. He's a fucking skeleton. He doesn't have any fucking skin.
Ugh.
Oh my god. All right, yeah. Well, that's all I got. I mean, I really think at the end of the day, this is one of Lego's best creations, period.
Absolutely. What a fantastic conception all around.
Tracking how the skeleton develops is a good way to look at what Lego's priorities are through the years and how they develop as a company. And if it's any indication from the recent skeletons they've dropped, I hope we're heading in a good new direction. Now, that being said, I will never fucking buy a Lego set again. I'm never supporting this stupid ass fucking company, but they're doing good.
Yeah. Skeletons. We love them.
Are you scared, listener? Are you spooked? Is your skin simply fleeing from your bones from this episode?
If so, let us know in the comments.
Thank you for a fucking epic first season of Disturbing the Peace. We can't wait to pick this back up. Yeah, but thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for all the support. We appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate it. I don't know if Barb appreciates it or not.
I also appreciate it. Thanks for listening. This has been Disturbing the Peace, Season 1. We'll be back soon with even more of this.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Are you going to say bye?
Bye.
Bye. Sayonara.
The episode isn't over. We're back from the dead with even more stuff for this really long episode.
Even more skin on. My skin's back. It feels uncomfortable on my bony, cold corpse.
We're back. We're resurrected. And we've got stuff to make this long episode even longer. So early in the episode, I mentioned that I would mention something about Lego Batman 1 later on. and I completely forgot to address it. It's that in the character creator in Arkham Asylum, there is a fantasy era black skull that you can use for your villain or hero or whatever, that's intended to be used for the DC villain Black Mask.
Okay, all right, that's
kind of fun. Fantasy
kinda
era
fun, yeah.
in there, a little fantasy era rep.
He's got a
We gotta
black
love it.
skull. They got a black skull. It's got glowing red eyes. It's perfect for his stupid British ass.
It's kind of interesting that I guess this is after the fantasy era time, but they never did a red skull from Marvel in the style of a Lego skull. He's always like weird, you know?
Yeah, the tech was too advanced at that point, I think. He has his own face prints. One of my favorite face prints from like the newer generation of Lego, which is to say very few of them, is the Mighty Micros red skull.
Yeah.
He looks fucking constipated. He looks uncomfortable. I don't know what you could use it for, aside from a sneering red man, but it exists.
Yeah, throw some devil horns on that. You're in business.
Absolutely.
I think if they were to make Red Skull now, or Black Mask for that matter, they might try to evoke the classic Lego skull.
Yeah, I think if you did that a couple of years ago, maybe pre that Lego Batman CMF wave, they might just make a new face print entirely. But I mean, again, this might be the upcoming year of the skull. Hopefully, year of the skeleton, year of the Skullington. It could be a situation where they bring it back, and that's what I would prefer, honestly. I've always thought the fantasy era skulls look horrible. If they were doing a Black Mask, I would prefer it just to be like the evil head print myself.
There have to be a ton of custom Black Masks out there in the world of Lego superhero figures that are using that Harry Potter black skull.
I think that you'll find the sheer quantity of them that use the fantasy skull is overwhelming compared to anything else.
Undoubtedly because of the game.
Yeah, people have brainworms about that shit. It's never gonna get any better.
Speaking of IP and skeletons, unfortunately, I think, as we mentioned, Harry Potter does take the crown as the IP skeleton king, solely on the strength of the graveyard set with all the weird skeletons and then the ghost guys with those single legs and the wiggly arms and the cloaks, you know. Star Wars, in comparison, only has 2 sets that feature a full skeleton. And I'm sure you can guess the scenes.
No, I can't. What are they?
It's the Hoth Wampa Cave, like the big white guy on Hoth, the big monster.
Okay.
And then the other one, probably pretty obviously, is the Rancor Pit. So 2 big monster scenes, 2 skeletons.
That makes sense. That's fun. They really should have put one in that 2005 set where it flips around from burnt Anakin to Vader, where instead of burnt Anakin, it's just he's completely fucking skeletonized.
Oh man.
Emperor Palpatine is like, we fucked up. We waited too long.
So I was thinking about this, and I'm shocked that they haven't tried to do any kind of alien skeleton. Hasbro did this giant sail barge thing for action figures a couple of years ago, and I don't know if this made it into the final product, but the promo or concept images for it featured a hammerhead skeleton figure that would have come with it. Why doesn't Lego just do that? You know, like use an alien head, produce it in white, you know, just a simple black print on it, put it on a skeleton body. That's so cool.
You know, I do wonder if that has anything to do with foreign markets, because I know that some foreign markets don't really fuck with the skeleton as an image. I think that it would be neat to get one of those Bith Cantina dipshits with the big pussy heads. It'd be neat to get one of those in skeleton form. Because I don't know why they just made that head. I mean, it's too specific to be used for anything else. And I don't know what else they could do aside from making more Biths. And there's only so many Biths in Star Wars.
Darth Tenebris.
Who the fuck is that?
He's who the fuck was he's related to Darth Plagueis in some way. He's a Bith.
Who the fuck is Darth Plagueis? Who the fuck are these people?
It's kind of funny, in a bunch of like expanded universe stuff from around that time, they were making like important characters, like some of the fringe Glupshido type species, and it always looked funny.
Yeah, it's hard to take seriously when it's the guys you know for making jizz music, and they're showing up playing their evil ass clarinets, and never mind, actually he can cast force lightning and kill people.
Yeah, all the other ones we've seen are musicians, and then this guy is doing like dark side eugenics magic in a secret lair on planet fuck whatever, you know.
Do you need magic to do eugenics? I feel like you could just do that with regular technology.
Hey, tell that to him.
I'm not saying shit to him. I don't want to get eugenicized. I don't want to be removed from the fucking gene pool. That'd be a great like concept, is like phrenologist Bith, and he's like, your head size is too fucking, it's wrong, and his head is just big as shit. It's watermelon-esque. He's using his fucking calipers. There's a lightsaber built into his calipers so you can measure your skull. Don't put this in. Don't put this in the video.
Oh, yeah. So other skeletons in Star Wars related stuff, obviously the skeleton leg is used in a bunch of sets as stuff that isn't skeleton related, railings and stuff. One interesting use is in Count Dooku's ship. It's his pilot droid. They used a skeleton leg as his head. I think that's a fun look.
Sure. I mean, that is better than just using it as a microphone stand, because at least it's like a humanoid sort of, not humanoid, but a character that you're designing, as opposed to like an inanimate object in a friend's set.
Yeah, it barely resembles the character, but it's novel. It's fun. I can.
What year was
it.
that made?
It was one of the Clone Wars ones. I want to say like 2009.
Yeah, now they just make a whole new fucking mold for that useless character, and that it would now cost like $23 on Bricklink.
One scene, and yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You can watch an Instagram reel about it. Fucking look at the price. I got followed by a guy named like
Yes, we do.
Yeah, who I looked at his account. It's just like big red arrows, like it was like stocks being like, buy now, buy fucking Jabba skiff now. And I don't know how to tell him that I don't want him to be alive. But hopefully he's not listening to this.
Also related to Star Wars and skeletons, the skull head, any of them, are often used to make Rum Slag. He's a background guy from Phantom Menace. That makes sense.
Yeah,
he's got a skull mask on.
Yeah,
everybody knows Rum Slag.
Everyone knows fucking Rum Slag's my favorite shit fucko or whatever the fuck they're called.
So in terms of other uses of skeleton parts by the Lego community, the wider Lego community, anything come to mind?
Nah, man, I got everything out.
Yeah. I think we might have alluded to this earlier in the episode, but the Dr. Phosphorus from the Lego Batman movie wave, the real Lord Allo, prolific minifigure maker.
Prolific comic artist that would hate if we referred to them as a minifigure maker.
Yes, sorry about that. They made a very cool ghost pirate faction for the classic pirates using that Dr. Phosphorus minifigure. It just looks great. Bunch of those guys, pirate hats on, swords.
Allo is blessed with like a literally perfect mind for aesthetics and what translates well in Lego form. Allo's usage of like Duplo figures is really fun.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, sorry that we're not talking about Zat. Here's a link to buy Zat on Etsy. It's really good. You should read it. But fuck all Zat. We're trying to talk about the Legos right now. I think that yellowish green is like a huge like development in colors. I think that it's one of the best new Lego colors, quote unquote. I know it's been out for like a half a decade at this point, probably. But I think that it harkens back to all the shitty light greens of the Paradisa, Belleville sort of chunk of time.
Oh, completely.
It's yellowish green. People call it ghost green a lot because the hidden side connotations or association with it. And I think that it is a sinister, evil color. And I hope that one day I do get one of the skeleton head prints in yellowish green, not with an evil fucking disintegrating face, simply for my own personal twisted usage, my own disturbed usages.
That segues us nicely to my next question, which was, what other colors would you want to see the skull or skeletons in?
I have this Canadian guy that'll print it in any color, so I already got all the ones that I need for the most part. I think that the ones that I have that I think look the best are trans neon orange and trans neon green. Those ones are pretty fun. I like to use them in lieu of the similarly colored UFO heads on those minifigures. Brings a smile to my face. But I think in trans colors, generally every Lego piece looks better because I have transparent purple Game Boy brain parasites. What about you?
Yeah, that's a good connection regarding transparent colors. I think there's something so evocative about that. Whenever it's used in Lego, it definitely harkens back to like, you know, the old IMAX that you could see through or that kind of thing. I've ended up with a Brick Guild transparent dark purple with sparkles or with glitter and a gold evil face print. Such a cool head. I don't know what I'm going to ever use it for, but it's you got to love it. I think I've also got a dark purple and a bright green one. I don't know. It's just fun. I'd love to see a bright yellow full skeleton. I think that would be super cool for like a sun-bleached, ancient skeleton, you know?
Yeah, I do think if we're talking about full skeleton body, it would be nice to see the floppy armed one in a transparent color, because the floppy arms, that weird hinge connection point, you can jam like levers into that space, like a sub bracket level of thickness. It would be cool to see it because the transparent part selection is pretty wide, but with bars there's only so much. They've been adding more recently. They have that like canted one with the 1x1 round plate on top. That one's fun. But more minute pieces would be excellent. Also having an invisible skeleton is so scary. I mean, can you imagine it's a skeleton but you can't even see it?
Skeleton that you can't even see. What's scarier than that?
Imagine what that would look like.
Hey, the skeleton you can't see is scarier than the one you can.
Many are saying this.
The famous saying.
People are always saying that. I've heard that quite a few times.
So I think that concludes the skelestravaganza. Do you think we're on the precipice of a year of the skeleton? What are your favorite Lego skeletons? Have you seen any other cool uses of the Lego skeleton? We want to hear your thoughts on the Lego skeleton.
We want to know what your favorite scene from House 1977 with the fucking skeleton dancing is.
How did I forget to mention House? Oh my gosh. The skeleton playing the piano. Oh my God.
It's actually good we're doing the second take because I watched House yesterday for the first time and I didn't realize they were going to have a fucking, I didn't realize they were going to have a fucking skeleton hitting the fucking Quan in like half the shots. It's the funniest thing I've seen in my entire life.
Isn't that a great movie?
Yeah, it's one of those, people oftentimes are like, this is the fucking best thing ever. And it's like Pinocchio 964 or whatever the fuck. And you're like, I'm not watching that fucking bullshit. They're like, Tetsuo is so good. And you watch it, and it's a guy fucking metal. And you're like, okay, I get it. But I'm fucking with you. That's a solid one. But no, House is fantastic. It's fucking, I wish that more art existed that was like that.
Absolutely. I'll try to think of some other examples to send your way.
Of skeletons?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right, I just thought about a skeleton again. Jesus Christ. It got me.
Anyways.
Fuck my neighbors. God damn it.
Anyways, you should watch Freaked. Anyone listening, please watch Freaked.
Yeah, watch fucking Freaked.
That's a funny ass movie.
It's a great movie, honestly. That's maybe my favorite movie of all time. I've watched that movie more than anything else, which owes a lot to the fact that it's an hour and 20 minutes long. Any movie that's like sub 130, I'm like, I don't care if it's bad or not. I'll watch it regardless.
That's the optimal movie length, I think.
Yeah, you know it's not the optimal movie length? Fucking 2 hours and 50 minutes long. Thank you, John Wick 4. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, man.
Hey, but the shotgun sequence with the De Palma crane.
Yeah, what about every other sequence where he's like Steven Seagaling around? Fucking
yeah, I couldn't tell you another fucking thing that happens in that, but oh my God, the shotgun scene where he's fucking firing like a pirate cannon at people. That's awesome.
I guess that is old boy for a lot of people. They're like, yeah, the Holloway sequence, and then you're like, yeah, what about anything?
The rest of it,
the octopus, and they're like, what? The fucking what? Sorry, you were doing the outro, and that's where we're talking about some bullshit. Please let us know if you like skeletons. DM me immediately. DM me and tell me if you like skeletons or not. Thank you for listening to our podcast, and please give money to our Patreon. Please give money to our Patreon immediately.
Stay tuned for season 2. Bye.
Goodbye. The way we interact with the world through language is completely fucking falling apart. Nothing means anything anymore. Words don't mean anything. It's literally, I shit you not, this is literally what happens in 1984. And that's what's happening. And we're all completely, because you can't be like, yeah, you know, it's like funny when you're like, this little, but it literally is what happens in the fucking book about authoritarian government. And that's what's happening right fucking now. It's completely fucked. It's over. We should, to be completely honest with you.
The DTP suicide pact.
Dude, when that first fucking check hits and I go to the fucking hardware store to buy a nail gun to fucking blow the top of my skull off, it's gonna be so fucking great.
When all you have is a nail gun, everything looks like something you shoot a nail gun with.
That's the American version. When all you have is a hammer gun, everything looks like a nail gun.
When everything is a burger.
Language. Yeah, when everything's a burger, everything looks like a ketchup.
When I was doing that stupid voice, did I say the head has a skull on it?
I don't remember. I wasn't listening. I was trying to prepare myself to say that. It shows up a shitload in the Next Adventure subtheme Jungle, but it also gets its very first skeletal use in 1999. What the fuck did I just say? Did I say skeletal use?
Wait, what does that mean?
What the fuck did I say?
Something about 1999.
Jesus Christ. I never noticed that was holy shit, dude. Hold on, let me slap myself in the face a couple times to get my fucking my mojo back. This is all shit we have to buy like before this episode gets released, by the way.
Yeah, buy it up.
Do you see the gun in the Duplo set? Okay, we'll get into it. Don't look it up. Do not fucking look it up. I'll get so mad if you look it up right now.
I won't.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go get some water really fast. I'll be right back. I don't know if I have any of those. I have my plants in front of me right now. You know, I don't have in front of me a fucking Lego skeleton. You want to know why? I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, I've got one staring at me from across the room on a shelf.
Like a real skeleton. Let me pull this up. Remember, I had some fucking funny thing to say. Well, I hope it was funny. I don't remember.
We'll see.
Yes, the only thing that happens to my knowledge is the mass suicides from the evil skull getting discontinued. I think aside from that, nothing else happens.
Creating more evil skulls.
You know what? Honestly, I do appreciate you correcting me because if it's not you, it's some fucking furry in the comments. It's like, actually, you're a fucking idiot. Actually, you're dumb as shit. Your podcast sucks, and I'm gonna fucking kill you in real life.
Here, give me a clean take of you saying "yowie."
Okay. All right, kick it off.
The episode isn't over. We're back from the dead. We realized. Actually, at this point in the video, I'm gonna. Here, wait. I was gonna say I'm gonna make us skeletons for most of the video, and then during this part, we would have our skin back on.
Okay.
So no ghost noises.
All right. Easy peasy. I'll try to refrain.
No wailing, no moaning.
Fuck you. I love to moan.
The
Have you ever seen that picture of Casey Francis? I'd been moaned like that. My bad. That's all I had to add. All right. Next time.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm a very special human being. Noble and splendid.
Come on, Joan.